Black Talk lives here on 101.7 FM and 1510 AM, W269 DL Milwaukee, and WGKB Waukesha.
What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Ray Nitty tapping in on the Grapevine on this Friday afternoon. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for joining us. Brother Z holding me down on the production and sound, man. It's Friday. What y'all got planned, man? 833-212-1017 is the number to dial. 833-212-1017 is the number to dial. Man, follow us on YouTube, man. I'm filling in for the next couple weeks. This should be fun. We'll be able to, go in depth in about a couple conversations. I'm going to plan some things out for next week. And we're going to get into depth in a lot of things, man. We might preview some of that on this show. But today we had an amazing lunch break conversation. Talking about data, what was going on and who's responsible for the data hikes. Ooh, that sip of coffee was hot. Ooh, burnt going down. Oh, but yeah, man, once again, welcome to this amazing Friday. If you're just joining us, last show on the lunch break with myself and maybe Shannon, we had Dr. Adel Korkor talking about the power of motion and movement. And it prompted me to want to go into another discussion today, but I'm going to give you all an idea of what all we're going to be talking about today. Some of the things we didn't finish on our lunch. So it's a little leftovers, you feel me? And we're going to sip it with this wine from the grapevines that we picked. But I want to go over the power of motion and how it impacts how movement impacts the mind and our health. We want to talk about the gap by the numbers. We want to talk about what that inactivity costs medically. We want to talk about why these gaps exist. And it's not about willpower, y'all. So make sure you tap in. 833-212-1017. That's the number to dial. 833-212-1017. That's the number to dial. Follow us on YouTube. Bring somebody to the YouTube with you as well, man. Send the link out. Tell somebody, hey, chime into this. Then we want to talk about real free local options that people could, tap into, not just national talking points. Then we want to talk about data centers. We want to continue our conversation about data centers. I don't think we was able to get deep into it. A couple people felt the way.
Yeah, Robert, where you at?
Come back, man, Rob. And educate me, please. I'm not beyond being educated. And if I'm wrong, I'd admit I'm wrong. I'm just going off of the research that we did. So, on today's Grapevine show, we got a bunch of stuff that we want to pick through, man. We want to talk about data centers, the real numbers behind the controversy. All right? The jobs and tax incentive side of the argument. We want to also talk about the proposed moratorium. What would it actually do? What would it actually do? What does it look like? So, we want to talk about the case against it for balance and how it compares nationally. Then we want to go over a few data centers that are already here in Wisconsin and Milwaukee. One in Mount Pleasant. Which used to be Foxconn. We had that whole Foxconn deal. I think that was from I think Foxconn deal came through was that the Scott Walker administration that approved the Foxconn deal? Which was then Foxconn didn't do what they were supposed to do, so I think Microsoft ended up taking that over.
And did Microsoft do what they were supposed to do?
Oh yeah, they here. They here and they spending big. They spending big. So we're going to talk about why this specific land matters. And we're going to talk about the Foxconn history of it as well. What is it going to be costing our region? We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the one actually in Milwaukee and is tribally owned by Potawatomi. And then for lunch, we had talked about a conversation I don't think y'all going to digest that well. I just don't know how much we going to digest this, right?
I need some Tums.
Man. Because I did some research and it's showing that we are partially the reason that these data centers exist. Our consumption of data in general as humans. And I know it's hard for us to understand. Like, I want us to think about this. We said it on the lunch break. This is the leftovers right now, all right? It's the leftovers. We didn't get the lunch size. We got the dinner size meal at lunch. How much data did we use arguing on Facebook about data centers? We don't take things like that into consideration. We don't think of our own data consumption use. Then we're going to take a deeper dive into those apps we use every day and what keeps them running. All right? Then I want us to close about what a healthy data center actually could look like. What would it look like? And please, if you're an expert, call in 833-212-1017. Call in. Share your knowledge with our Truth family. I'm not an expert. I'm a researcher. Because certain things and actions prompt me to want to go a little further, dig a little deeper. All right? I had to go a little deeper. I had to do a little more research. I don't know if y'all want to hear it. I don't know if y'all want to hear it. And the generation that has been some of the loudest about data centers has been the largest consumers of the data today. Follow us on YouTube. Join the conversation. I'm not perfect. If you know how data works and data centers work, come on up. Call in. Let's talk about it. But right now, I got some research that I did, and it was very interesting. It was very interesting. I hope we can have this conversation in a very civil manner, right? Because data centers has been a huge conversation in not just our governor election, but all across the nation. The conversation is about data centers. What is it causing our communities? What is it, what is the impact, the harm, the energy usage, the water usage? But I want to also dig deeper and have a conversation. Like, I don't fault anybody. I don't knock anybody for being anti-data centers and being concerned about the environment. I think we should. I think we should be concerned about the environment and what corporations leave behind when they're parading jobs and growth and economic impact in communities. But I want us to think about not just data centers, but the environmental neglect that has been happening in our same communities. It's a lot of things right now we could be equally loud about that I feel is even more detrimental and causing greater environmental impact in our communities. One of them being master lock. We don't want to hear about that, though. Everybody quiet about master lock, but was at Midtown. Nobody showed up when master lock closed down and took them 10,000 jobs off of 33rd, 32nd, and Center Street. Nobody protest about them leaving toxic chemicals on Center Street. But it's all right. Don't go anywhere. When we get back, we'll get right into it a little bit more on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Milwaukee, can you still afford to keep your lights on? Bills are up, shut-off notices are up. People are choosing between the electric bill and groceries. And now, We Energies wants to build giant data centers and then send the bill to us. Low-income, moderate-income families and renters, seniors on fixed income. If you're against paying for someone else's power, if you want the power, you pay for the power. Tell the Public Service Commission. Comment now or come speak at Marquette the first week of September. Go to walnutway.org.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. It's your boy Ray Nitty, holding it down on the Grapevine on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Man, we're going to jump right into it, man. We had Dr. Adel Korkor on the lunch break, and he was talking about the importance of movement and emotions and how him getting active helped him with his anxiety and his mental health. So it made me want to bring us some information. So we wanted to talk about the power of motion, movement, mind, and health. So I'm going to give y'all the gap by the numbers. You know we like to give y'all the numbers. 30% of non-Hispanic Black adults and 31% of Hispanic adults report being physically inactive outside of work, compared to 23% of white adults and just 20% of Asian adults, the CDC's own national numbers. Only 39% of non-Hispanic Black adults and 40% of Hispanic adults meet basic aerobic activity guidelines versus 48% of white adults. Adding strength training requirements, roughly 75% of all Americans fall short, meaning this is a national problem that hits Black and brown communities the hardest. And we be eating the craziest. So as much as we like to make fun of white people and their food for it not being seasoned,
That's a valid reason to make fun of them.
I've had some pretty valid seasoned white food, though. Straight up.
What's considered white food is the real question.
Bean casserole, corn casserole.
Green bean casserole, you mean, sir? Get it right, please.
Green bean casserole. That I actually admire, especially when they season it right. And the corn casserole, I actually admire when they season it right. But, nevertheless, our food be too seasoned. And then we go sit down. We ain't moving. We not moving because food be too seasoned. Black women specifically report the least leisure time physical activity of any group. About 38% report little to no participation compared to 23% of white women. Man, we got to get active. All the spaghetti, the greens, all the Tony Satcheries, Lawry's, jerk. I love some jerk seasoning. But what does that inactivity cost us? What do it cost us medically? And I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to get back active. I've been trying to get back in the gym. So I just start with like trying to eat better. I got a job now. I'm on the radio from Monday through Friday, 12 to 4. Then we got to be here early to prep. And we got to discuss after. You see the excuses humans make for not being active? I just made up all kinds of excuses for inactivity. And what it is costing? What is it costing me? Black Americans face some of the highest risk levels of any group for heart disease, stroke, asthma, and several cancers. Conditions physical activity directly protects against. Now, that's something to think about. As I drink this sweet coffee. Zach put me up on the DJ Brother Z put me up on the. You put me up on it, bro. You put me up on it. I've had like 6 cups.
So
today.
It's now it's my fault that you're not active.
I didn't say it was your fault. I'm not active.
I see what you're doing, Ray. It's all right.
I'm just talking about the sweet coffee that you put me up on. And then my own inactivity to not work off said sweet coffee is the reason I am putting myself at risk for some of these things like heart disease, stroke, asthma, and several cancers. So, no, it's not your fault I'm inactive. It's my fault. It's your fault that this tastes so good. Pause.
Pause.
But as we stated, Black Americans face some of the highest risk levels of any group for heart disease, stroke, asthma, and several cancers. Asthma. Roughly 80% of Black women in the U.S. are affected by overweight or obesity, and the Black-white obesity gap is wider for women. 56% versus 39% than for men. That's kind of crazy. So we got all of these things, and we ain't active. And we not active. Let's talk about why the gap exists. And it's not about willpower. It's not just because I can't do it. Less than half of all Americans live within a half a mile of a park. Dr. Adel literally was just talking about this. The access to places where people can be active at. That access is not evenly distributed. Historically, disinvested neighborhoods disproportionately lack sidewalks, bike lanes, and recreation centers. Research on Hispanic communities specifically found people attending free community-based exercise classes had 130% odds of positive mental well-being. Showing the barrier is often access to safe, low-cost options, not motivation. Not motivation. Now, we could talk about there's so many in-home activities that you could do. But I think it's something about actually getting outside and being in nature, walking, jogging, it's something about that. It feels different than just doing 100 jumping jacks, sit-ups, and push-ups at home on the floor. Just go outside in your front yard and do it. Make you feel different. Make you feel good. Shift work. I just told y'all I got a job now. Multiple jobs and unsafe or under-resourced neighborhoods for outdoor activity all compound the access problem. This is infrastructure and economics as much as it is personal choice. Jazzy back there working. Producer Jazz. So, I told you I had a job. And I said, man, I'm on radio. What about? It's hard to. You got to pick up the kids. That you got to sit down. You got to do things. And then by the time you look up, it's 9 p.m. I'm tired. But I got some steps in at State Fair. With a, what is them things called? Funnel cake. Had a strawberry funnel cake with ice cream in my hand. I was acting real different at State Fair. Not even a funnel cake kind of guy or fresh strawberries. But I had all that. But we're going to talk about some free local options because we want to make sure people know what is available to them, right? Milwaukee Recreation runs free community wellness programming year-round across the city. Walking groups, organized group workouts, high-intensity sessions, low-intensity stretching classes, available in every corner of the city, not just the affluent neighborhoods. So make sure you check out Milwaukee Recreation. They have a whole program, a whole book of programs for the summer We have Blake on the line. Blake, how you doing? Talk to me, educate me.
What's happening, man? I'm doing great, man. Just wanted to know what the odds is on my age rate, my age period for what you're saying, because every day, at least every day, I ride my bike through the neighborhood, like from like say 35th and Center all the way to 11th and Elite and back, but like do it in a roundabout from Elite to Wisconsin to like, do it in the square unit. Wisconsin to 35th like that. But then on the weekends, every weekend, I go to the golf course at Lincoln Park. I do chipping, putting, and swinging unless my little cousin want to do 9 holes. And then I take my 3-wheeler. I ride from the house to the lake and back. Then I get my van, and then I go to the pier, and then I walk down there. I do the whole pier. I take my basketballs down to the pier, touch the end, come back. I get the other one, then I bounce both of them back, and then I do my stretching, and then I do my breathing, and that's every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I stay busy. I can't sit still. If I'm in the house, I feel like I'm missing something if I ain't at work, which I work Monday through Friday. I don't work the weekends no more. Last year at this time, I had the job I got now. I had to go back because I was retired. I had the job I got now. I did the RNC. I was doing security at the rave, and I was working at State Fair doing in-state parking. And I was working at a daycare. Plus, I was catering, doing car washes and power washing houses and painting and cutting grass, trying to get any piece of bread I could. I was bringing home almost 6 G's a month. And I got in an accident in January and was almost cut in half and paralyzed. I said, man, F that. I'm done. I'm just going to do what I can, make sure my child support is paid, my life insurance, and my car paid for. So I just work, go home, and I just try and be productive in the neighborhood. Speak to the kids. They speak to me. The young ones, they like, I was the reason I was away from the radio. I called the radio station the other day, and Homer was like, where you been? Where you been? You been in Alaska? He had a lot of jokes for me, but I was like, I'm taking care of my dad. He's transitioning. But I went to the park in Tiff, where I grew up at. I got my little outfit on, my jersey, official jersey, my J's. I'm out there, I'm just shooting around. I go do my basketball thing. Let me get one of them balls, OZ. Let me have that bike. Let me have your Jordans. Let me get that jersey up off you. I had to leave because if I would have responded, ain't no telling what would have came out and how it ended. And people our age can't walk around and go to the neighborhoods we grew up in and go shoot around and then just go home without some ignorant kids. It could have been, 54-year-old kills 12 kids. That's what it had been.
Man, so to answer your question, as far as like the age group percentage, it wasn't breaking down by age group percentage, right? But more so just giving a group number, right? But even hearing you like all the activity you talking about doing, I wish I was doing half the activity you talking about doing. You said I go golf, I go ride my bike to the lake. Then, like, man, I'm still trying to get myself to walk around the track at Vincent High School. So, man, I commend Blake. Blake is active, man. That's somebody he is not in the percentage that we talking about. But don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
As serious as cancer.
Craving something fresh, fun, and absolutely delicious? Then head to Goody Gourmets, celebrating 20 legendary years of gourmet popcorn that's bursting with flavor. From sweet to savory and everything in between, every batch is handcrafted with premium ingredients made to bring joy to every bite. Stop by 6369 North Green Bay Avenue and discover why Milwaukee can't get enough of Goody Gourmets. Open Monday through Saturday. Treat yourself today at goodygourmets.com. Goody Gourmets. Fresh, delicious, legendary.
I'm Chris Jackamick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jackamick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Running. I leave by my cars. Running. All my ops be running.
What up, y'all? What up? Welcome back. It is your boy Ray Nitty, locked in on the Grapevine. Hey, man, in hour 2, man, we're going to have Jazzy join the crew, man. This should be interesting. Y'all might need some more 21 Savage when Jazz come in on the low. We be smacking-ish on my daddy. No, but we talking about our own our own things, man. If you just joining us, 833-212-1017, that's the number to dial. 833-212-1017, that's the number to dial. I'm talking about motion. We got Al joining us. Al, how you doing? Talk to me.
Well, I kind of got to push back because, they always say our food is bad because we season it. Mm-hmm. Ain't no benefits of eating raw ground beef and onions. You can get salmonella. Okay. They talk about the food we season. What's coming from cooking meth? We don't cook no meth. What do you even think about eating people? That can kill you.
Oh, my God.
But you know who outlives everybody, whether you are organic, gluten-free, a junkie? Because they eat sleep drugs. Their body be dead, but they still be functioning.
Oh, my God.
Also, you have to look at the race of the individuals they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got to kind of push back because we work out all the time. You know what I mean? And look at some of them. They don't work out at all. They might just live on longer because they might got good insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they always trying to put black people on diabetic medicine, but not telling them the side effects. Or look at the neighborhoods. I be seeing white people ride down center at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on a bike. But they know they safer in our neighborhood than we are. So you got to look at, all those things when they say, like, because of the food we eat. I mean, look, they ate Nat Turner because they thought he had superpowers. I'm not eating no human being, but I can tell you something they eat. But I get banned if I say that. And it ain't nothing healthy coming from that. And you can get gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, and all that stuff.
Al, now I ain't saying you wrong for pushing back. I'm more so saying, sometimes we put a little too much Lawry's in them greens, man. And then our inactivity and our heavy seasoning hands, it doesn't help our longevity on this earth. And that's why we get these heart disease, the high blood pressures. And yes, you're absolutely right. Our environments play a heavy role of that as well. But we also got the food deserts. So we just had the food desert conversation yesterday.
Well, look at this. Look at what's in our neighborhoods. Lemon pepper. When you go to their communities, they don't got lemon pepper on their corners. They got our atolls not 5 liquor stores in 2 blocks.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So
you got to look at all those things.
So I think we
you
agree.
You get a piece of land. Huh?
I think me and you agree then, right? We agree on that. We got worse food options in our communities. They got Whole Foods. We got Gals.
Well, you talking about Dallas?
No.
They got great. Oh.
No.
Because I was about to say in their neighborhoods, they have certain foods in their neighborhoods because it's not allowed. But see, when you're black, everything is allowed in your neighborhood. And who's the people that's allowing it when they vote for it? Like, why would you have a liquor store 2 blocks to the left, 2 blocks to the right, one that's 1 block west, one that's 1 block north? How can anybody make any money? And who's gonna be that drunk? We need all them liquor stores.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I think we on the same page, Al. I think we on the same page. We just saying it different.
Yeah, and then look at their neighborhoods. They don't got churches on every corner. Jesus coming. We in our last days. Now in our neighborhood, you could throw up a candy store church in a matter of a heartbeat. You go to their neighborhood, you got one church.
Yeah.
And you out in 2 hours. You put them in our neighborhood, you need a 1099 because they're gonna keep you up in there 4 days a week.
Oh,
but
my
I said
God.
all I had to say. Have a buzz ball. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, man. Shouts out to Cousin Al, man. Yeah, I think we were saying the same things, just saying it a little different. You know, Al say things a little bit more raw than I might express it. But, yeah, I think Al highlighted a lot of the things that we were saying. The access to healthier foods in our neighborhoods. The way we overindulge in things like liquor. We all seen liquor stores where at 8:55 they in line, ready for them old Englishes. We all seen it. But we gonna keep it moving. We will keep it moving. We was talking about data centers, y'all. We was talking about data centers. 833-212-1017 is the number to dial. I'm surprised ain't nobody called about this one yet. I asked a question. I said, I wonder how much data we used arguing about data centers on Facebook. Nobody wanted to have that conversation. Or how much data we use arguing on Instagram or Twitter about data centers. And we was getting into the reason why these data centers exist. The consumption side, nobody puts in the same story as the data center story. We don't ever put the consumption side in the same story as the data center story. Because if we wasn't overconsumed, maybe I'm wrong. But if we wasn't overconsuming, maybe there may not have been such a need for so many more data centers. All the filters that we use on social media, how much data?
That's a stretch.
What? You don't think that the different filters that people have to apply on Instagram increases the data usage? I'll give you one even different. When you try to apply some filters, do you not notice sometimes your phone buffers when the data, when it tries to upload it onto it? Or your phone slows down? Or if you edit in video production, the filters that you using in Adobe, what's the other software I'm thinking about for coloring? All of that is We run out of iCloud storage and we buy more. We don't stop using data. We don't stop taking food pictures. We went from having to purchase the CD to insert in the Xbox. Now you can just download it straight to your Xbox or PlayStation. The average American now spends roughly 6 to 7 hours a day on screen outside of work, with social media alone accounting for about 3 hours of that globally. Streaming set a record of 16.7 trillion minutes streamed in 2025 alone, a 19% increase in just 1 year. The underlying demand for video infrastructure is still accelerating. They're trying to figure out how to make iPhone cameras and videos even better. What do we think all of these things are stored? So we got to have the conversation about our overconsumption of social media and all of these platforms. Google's Gemini app hit 950 million monthly users by mid-2026, up from 750 million in just 2 quarters. We're not running from AI and data set. We run into it. The infrastructure cost of that shift is real and measurable. One industry analyst found a single ChatGPT style AI query uses roughly 15 times the electricity of a standard Google search. So ChatGPT and all of these things is because humans wanted things faster. Google search wasn't just enough. We needed it faster. We needed somebody to search Google for us. We needed an AI agent to search it for us and turn it into our homework that we turn in, our presentation for work. The same person doing the same basic task now draws far more power than they did just a few years ago, simply because the tool changed, because the demand for faster results got higher. Wanted faster productivity and output got higher. Humans. Let's talk about why consumption keeps rising. Platforms are explicitly engineered to maximize time on app. So your algorithm feeds, your autoplay, the infinite scroll. We was just talking about that on the lunch break. It didn't used to be like that. This isn't incidental growth. It's the direct business model of the companies now building the data centers to support it. Because we kept using it. It was like, oh, let's figure out how we get them to use it more. Now we're going to have an infinite scroll. We call it doom scrolling. I done seen so many ingrown toenail videos and ingrown hair videos that I just sit and watch and just enjoy it.
What?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, just using strange data.
My nigga, chill.
Blackheads. Stupid fart prank videos. All of that stuff is stored somewhere. It's not just in the air. It's not just stored on our phone. Amazon. We love shopping on Amazon. This man looking at me, making me feel strange. The way that they just be popping up to the window here, I can't get used to it. He gone now. He damn near pressed his face against the glass. Amazon. Shein, however you say it. Temu. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Meta, Roblox, Netflix. We ain't even watching it. Y'all just laying. Y'all skipping the Netflix part, just using data for no reason just to get to the chill. Amazon, Disney. Shannon said, we streaming right now on 107. We award-winning streaming right now. Kick, Kai Cenat, Speed, Dean the Great, AB. What do we think all of this is? This ain't dial up. AI is being embedded into tools people already use daily that caused data centers. So now the AI tools is enhancing our use so we can move faster, so people can get things back faster. People can put projects together faster. I'm not saying don't care about the harm that data centers could bring. I'm just saying let's talk about consumption as well. Because a lot of the people that was arguing about data centers was arguing the most on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. How much data we use arguing about data? Don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back on your award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a united way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
Are people around me safe when I vape? Science does not support that belief. Exhaled vape emissions linger in the air, affecting indoor air quality and bystanders in the same space through secondhand exposure. Vaping emissions can also accumulate on clothes, hair, dust, and furniture, leading to exposure risks to bystanders of all ages. And vaping around a pregnant person can lead to serious health impacts on fetal and childhood development. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
But you was blowing up her phone last night, but she ain't have a ring or not her ring on last night. Ooh, that's that nerve. Why give a bitch your heart when she rather have a purse? Why give a bitch an inch when she rather have 9? You know how the game goes, she be mine by halftime. I'm the, ooh, that's that nerve. You all about her and she all about hers. Birdman Jr. and this bitch, no flow.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the award-winning 1017 The Truth. This is the Grapevine with your boy Ray Nitty. Squeezing them grapes, man. Getting that wine out of it. Y'all ain't drinking it, though. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth, y'all. We talking about data centers and the reality around it, right? And we want to talk about why consumption keeps rising. We have the conversation about data centers, right? But we leave out the consumption conversation part of it. Each new capability, AI image, video generation, longer AI conversations, voice modes, is dramatically more compute intensive than the text-based tools that came before it. So even flat user growth would still mean rising total demand because each individual interaction now costs more compute than it used to. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. It's easy to point at Microsoft or Oracle, Meta, Amazon as the villain building these facilities in our Wisconsin farmlands, right? But the honest starting point is that we are the demand signal. Every hour of scrolling, every AI question asked instead of just Googling it, and even the level of Googling is on it as well. Every autoplay video is a vote for more infrastructure like what's happening right now in Mount Pleasant. That doesn't let companies off the hook though, right? Because how they build it is what's important. But it does mean the demand side of the story is us, not just them. They have a responsibility to build healthy data centers, yes. But we also had to have a conversation with ourselves about consumption. I want to talk about apps that we use every day and what keeps them running. Every major platform people use daily: Google search, Gmail, Instagram, Facebook, Amazon, AWS hosted apps, Microsoft, Outlook, Teams, and every AI chatbot, they run on exactly the kind of data center infrastructure that we're talking about. I know it's hard to understand. You probably feel a little strange about arguing on Facebook now about data center. You're going to have to get in the field and get offline with that fight. We're going to have to stop being on Netflix so much. Google data centers alone consume 6.1 billion gallons of water in 2024, up from 4.3 billion in 2021. By 2028, U.S. data centers could consume as much as 12% of the entire nation's electricity. The point I'm trying to make, yes, corporations has a responsibility to be a healthy partner in our cities and states that they are occupying. And I feel like we need to do business differently. The same way OpenAI is offering the government and the United States percentages in their companies, we need to talk about what that shared revenue could look like then if we already going to have data centers here. You don't just get tax breaks. Like, no. We want a tariff. We want a Wisconsin tariff on data centers. You got to pay your share. That's just a thought. I ain't saying that that's what is going to happen. But what I'm saying is every scroll, every search, every AI question feels free and weightless in the moment. Every post we put on Facebook, it feels like we ain't doing nothing in the moment. Every argument online that we have about data centers, but it's drawing on real water and real electricity from real communities, some in which are already drought stressed. Convenience has a supply chain even when you can't see it, y'all. Y'all ain't hearing me. They don't want to hear it. This ain't about, being anti or for it. This is about us as a society, as humans, as the ones who are consuming the data. (833-212-1017). If I'm wrong, call in strong. Just don't FaceTime in, though, because you're going to be using data. Don't go anywhere, y'all. This is Ray Nitty on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we believe brilliance lives in every child. Here, students are challenged, supported, and celebrated every single day. With small class sizes, dedicated teachers, and a proven track record of academic excellence, MCP is helping Milwaukee kids reach their fullest potential. Enrollment is still open for grades K-3 through 8. Apply today. Give your child a school where they'll thrive. Visit mkuprep.com or call today. Milwaukee College Prep, brilliance lives here.
Game day starts here. The Atrium Sports Lounge, your new headquarters for every touchdown, buzzer beater, home run, and championship moment. Great food, great drinks, great vibes. Located in the heart of Milwaukee's Deer District at 1110 North Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Milwaukee. Be among the first to experience Milwaukee's newest sports lounge where every game feels like a championship event. Follow on Instagram at Atrium Sports Lounge MKE. The countdown is on. We'll see you soon.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
Milwaukee Black Talk lives here on 101.7 FM and 1510 AM, W269DL Milwaukee, and WGKB Waukesha.
In my lap, everywhere, scrap. Most these rappers cap. I ain't giving doubt. Glenwood to the flat. Used to rob it, trap. Money top, shack. Chopper bullets, splat.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. You are now tapped in with your boy Ray Nitty on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I got the homie Jazz Tyler.
What's the word?
Joining me, man.
What's up, Ray?
Man, what's happening, man? Say you want smoke, what's happening? What's happening, man? How you been, Jazz?
I'm good. It's a lot going on. School starting back. Kennedy headed to college next week.
Hey, what up, kid?
Man, a lot going on.
I remember when them kids was small when we was using all that data on Xbox. You hear them in the back.
Data on the Xbox.
I'm on 78. We was on Call of Duty.
I'm telling you, it's crazy how time flies.
Yeah,
it is so crazy.
Man, what's how you feeling? How you feel about data centers and data? Jazz?
I guess I don't understand why we have to. So, well, from what I've seen so far, if I'm not mistaken, the data centers that's attempting to come to Milwaukee are the same data centers that operates for ICE.
I know.
Jacobs.
So yeah, that's Jacobs is the company bidding to get our water company,
right?
To get our water stuff,
but
for
they
MMSD.
Support
Palantir.
Exactly.
Palantir for sure. Now I'm not sure if Palantir has a data center here. I know who does is, if I'm not mistaken, Oracle, Microsoft, Potawatomi, and those are ones I know for sure that are here right now. Now, I know Jacobs, who has ties to Palantir, who does a lot of data stuff.
They're supposed to get like a $700 million contract.
$700 million contract from an MMSD to monitor and operate our water system. Correct.
When in all actuality, are they doing that or monitoring
That's what I said earlier, though. But they also was like, all right. So the executive director of MMSD came out and said that, they bill communities directly, right? Not like individuals, is what he was saying. Let me see if I pull it up right here. 1 second. Said that they build communities directly and they don't share that type of information with like personal information with the companies that's operating it, right? But the contradictory, and maybe I'm reading it wrong, but from what Jacobs came out and said is, we don't use our clients' information for. I was like, I thought you didn't have it.
Hello.
So if you didn't,
slick tone on this.
I thought you didn't have it. So how you gonna use something you don't have? So maybe that's just how this was worded on the document. But
no,
I wanted to do some deeper
and data. Just kick back. You heard what happened to the last
deeper conversation. But yes, you are correct. Palantir has direct ICE relationships, and it dates back to 2021. I actually said that I used to invest in Palantir on the stock market, and when I found out what it was that they actually do, I was like, you know what? I sold all my shares. So I got right the heck up out of there. But yeah, they had $30 million deal to build Immigration OS, which is a database explicitly designed to help track down undocumented people using data pulled across multiple federal agencies. So what I be thinking is like, all right, strange, like, and I know they said they won't, and I'm not one to just put blind conspiracies out there, but if you use somebody's water bill, and it's funny that these companies are alleged, like, I find it ironic that they come into sanctuary cities.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I don't trust people who say that the information isn't going to be out because we all know that they sell our data anyways. Everywhere you look is you get an email, hey, you know, it's a lawsuit going on, you get a check for about $10 because your information was sold. But what I do have a problem with for sure is them billing the communities directly. So, and to tie this into the elections, when we talk about data centers, that is my main issue. And I believe that that's what majority of the citizens, their issues are as well, amongst other things. And I wholeheartedly don't believe that they will not sell our data. I'm almost positive they would. They always do.
And then my thing is like, even if you selling our data, why is there not a shared revenue model? Like, we always like have these weird, stupid deals that we make with corporations, businesses, other entities, where I feel like we always consistently get the short end of the stick and then end up having to raise taxes on families and so forth. We know we have land that is going to be coveted by these larger companies that are looking to build these things. And like, no, we doing y'all a favor. Like, y'all not doing us a favor, because how many places actually gonna let y'all come in and build?
Sometimes it feel like we just thirsty.
Yeah, to just have some. And we don't be having no pay coming back from
None
it.
whatsoever.
So, I just think we need to, one, yes, we have to figure out how we hold these corporations accountable for how they build in communities.
Didn't we go through this with Skywalker with the
come on now.
The what was it?
Come on now. Foxconn.
Foxconn, yeah.
And Foxconn is now Microsoft's data center. What was supposed to be Foxconn is now Microsoft, which is
So we already have proof that it ain't gonna work.
So, but it didn't work for Foxconn, but it seemed like it's working for Microsoft. And we gave Foxconn such a sweet deal that was strange to. I was like, why do we just give these type of deals away? Like you said, we be so thirsty to just have people here and be excited about people bringing, like, building here. But it's like, that doesn't directly impact the state if we don't put any real structure to it. Like, yo, we want a percentage of revenue.
And it's like a takeover to me. It's like a stronghold, like a complete takeover. When you look at not even just in Milwaukee, but the citizens throughout the state, they don't want it. We don't want the data centers, right? And for obvious reasons, but again, I think what needs to happen is there needs to be some type of research conducted, going back, looking at the deal that Walker made with Foxconn and so on and so on, even Microsoft, to weigh the pros and cons and then make the decision based off of that. Not just that alone, but the fact that, again, the citizens don't want it. But we have to go back and check the track record. If we're not paying attention to what happened before, then end up in the same situation.
And then we got to have the conversation. Do we not want it? Because nobody's slowing down their Instagram use. Nobody's slowing down their Netflix use.
But I think it's hard because the way that they have made society today is almost like you can't do anything without it.
But we can.
We can to a certain degree.
We can't.
All
we
of the
choose
information
not to.
is on.
We want things faster, though.
That's a fact. I'm okay
We
with
want to
living
hold
off
on
the
to all our pictures.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, go get that photo album. Go ahead
You
and
feel
go.
what I'm
That
saying?
free film for life camera.
Don't
at
nobody want
Walgreens.
to.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to twist that button no more to take a picture.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
How much storage we buy on these iPhones?
That's a fact. And they did numbers on us, the millenniums.
Come on, man.
They did. That's our generation for sure.
So, and that be like, we so easily separate the consumption conversation from the actual data. I could be 1,000% wrong, but I feel like I'm right. If people manage their data consumption, there will not be such a huge need for
data. Yep.
Or if we weren't so microwave society where we want everything right away.
Mm-hmm.
You could put up a whole 15-hour show if you just give a couple prompts, and now you don't got to do all this research. You got things doing. What sped up the consumption was the need for people wanting things to be even faster.
Yes.
Google wasn't fast enough.
But
now we need a Gemini.
Unprogramming us and reprogramming us not to need it is going to take more time. It's going to take a lot of time because that's what's going to have to happen in order for us not to use as much data as possible. I think also, too, to your point, the bigger question is, why Wisconsin? Why in the world are they so adamant about bringing it here?
I think because Scott Walker laid the groundwork to show Wisconsin is data center friendly. So when you already have a huge company like Foxconn who got some through and now it's Microsoft,
they want in.
It's attractive to a Microsoft competitor.
Yep.
Oh, Oracle. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So now Oracle is building I didn't even know Oracle was putting a data center in Pleasant Prairie. Or Mount Prairie.
I'm curious to know how.
But then somebody
the amount
said
of data
on
centers throughout the country.
I don't know how many it is right now. I heard the number the other day listening to CNBC, but I know they getting ready to build more, like much more.
Do that mean it's time to leave the country? I'm just saying, man.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means, to be honest with you. But what I do know is we as humans have not showed zero signs of slowing down our consumption. We've only showed signs that we want things even faster. Yep. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation right here on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee, mark your calendars. Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Interested in volunteering? Visit truthfamilyfest.com or by emailing Sierra, CIERRA.brown@milwaukeeblackmedia.com. Special thanks to Educators Credit Union, American Family Insurance, Milwaukee Public Schools, Artists Working in Education, City of Milwaukee, Department of Community Wellness and Safety, AB Core, Tap In MKE, and Ascension.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the award-winning 1017 The Truth. This is the Grapevine with your boy Ray Nitty. Jazz Tyler filling in with me.
What's the word, Ray?
Holding it down, man. The word is, are you finances low? Are your finances low? Is your mindset off track? Or are you ready to get into real estate? Tune in to The Journey with Coach Erica every first and third Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon on 1017 The Truth. It's all about mindset, money, and real estate, helping you take the next step toward building a better future. Speaking of building a better future, man, we've been building this AI future and didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. Wasn't paying attention.
All
They finessed us, right?
Hey, man, all the data points that they got on us from all our search engines, everything we searched, YouTube, things that we look, like how we think they build algorithms for us.
Based off of us, what we're doing.
What we saying, what our phones listening
Yes.
to.
Yep.
What we think an iPhone is. That's damn near a little data center in your pocket.
I promise you.
You got apps just running data while you sleep. Man.
We might as well just end it all. The technology is just live off grid.
All I'm saying.
No technology. But I think it makes it harder. We was kind of talking about it. It makes it harder, too, to pull away because they have, in a sense, forced us to need, social media, data, all of that. People monetize off of data now. All types of things happening. So they're making us addicted to it, especially the babies.
Even change how we consume music.
Yes. Absolutely.
We used to have to go buy a CD and play it. Now you stream it. And they robbed folks out of their streaming money.
Yep. Facts.
So all the music you listening to when you getting excited and fired up, I hope you listening to it on cassette.
Because you're using data.
You use it. Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. What do you think all that music is stored?
Yes. Yes.
Cloud don't mean in the sky.
Yep. Come on.
Where do we think is stored? So that's why I ask these questions. We have yet to really address our human consumption. And it's a separate conversation. I'm not trying to debate with people. I just want us to open our eyes.
Yep.
Our consumption is insane.
It is. It is. If you think about, actually, your phone tells you how much screen time you're utilizing. So you should probably pay attention to that every
all the
day.
time.
Go and look at how much time you are utilizing on your phone in one day.
Man. Wisconsin isn't alone in grappling with this. More than 50 cities and countries nationwide have enacted some sort of data center moratorium on restrictions largely driven by the same water stress and electricity costs concerns showing up in Wisconsin. So that's the issue. How? What deal are we negotiating that's not causing our citizens to have to pay these extra higher light bills? Because in Milwaukee and Wisconsin, our energy bill has already went up.
Mm-hmm.
I had the numbers here. Let me see if I can find it.
So are these extra fees also a part of the extra fees we see on the water bills?
So according to the research would say that the fees that we're seeing right now, the hike that we're seeing right now, isn't a reflection of the new infrastructure build out that We Energies wants to do. I don't know how.
Sound like a bunch of
So I'm like,
sound like a bunch of bull.
I'm just saying.
Try to tell you.
They like, let's just raise it now so they don't notice it later. So when the data centers get here, we say, no, the bill is already high, nigga. I'm just saying.
Go ahead and tell them what they want to hear.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We put all these numbers around. Oh, these jobs, 500 jobs, 800 jobs.
Is this a deal breaker for you when it comes to elections?
Data centers?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think data centers is a deal breaker for me. I do think environmental injustice is a deal breaker for me. And I want us to look at environmental injustice as a whole.
Yes, absolutely.
Not just no damn data centers, because we got a lot of environmental injustice we could be making noise for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not for data centers that's on the way or proposed data centers.
Right.
It's a lot of environmental injustice, toxic centers right now. I can tell you what one is. 32nd and Center Street, Master Lock. It's for sale right now.
Right across from the corridor, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Great question, LaRon. What's more important, environmental justice or black folks getting jobs? I don't think they got to be separate.
I don't think so either, but I think the even more important question is black folks keeping jobs. Like
straight up. Because, as we just stated, Master Lock created so many black folks jobs, and due to environmental injustice and over contaminants in our neighborhood, and another company getting blamed, companies being us, black developers that put $77 million on Center Street to rebuild our community, got blamed for infecting or toxic chemicals that was spilled by Master Lock.
Yes.
And then we let Master Lock shut down while black developers was getting the blame.
Come on.
Nobody showed up. Everybody that was mad about data centers and showed up at Midtown. I'm like, man, miss me with all that performative BS, because you ain't loud about things that's right now killing people in our city. People getting cancer. People just randomly passing. Like, that's happening right now.
Absolutely.
And it's on our DNR website. Y'all could go gladly take a look at. And I'm not making any of it up.
Yep.
So, no, data centers ain't no deal breaker for me, but environmental injustice is.
Yep. I agree. As someone who has an autoimmune disorder, everything in the environment matters with my health. Every single thing. And it's crazy because we don't think about these things until something happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we need to. When I moved away and I lived in Arizona, it wasn't until I realized how important it was to be from Milwaukee and live in Milwaukee based off of our water system alone, right? When it comes to farming, when it comes to, growing food, water, even just something as simple as washing your hair or using the water to wash your body, right? When you start to move around the country, you then learn that a lot of other states do not have what we have here
at all.
So to your point earlier, I can see why they would become attracted to this state. But we have to have somebody in place who's negotiating these deals to also, to your point, make sure that we are protecting the environmental justice as well. I'm sorry, the environment.
Yep, absolutely.
Have to. It has to be mandatory.
Absolutely. And that's why County Executive David Crowley talks about the Beyonce plan. I don't know how I feel about the name of that.
They got to come up with a new acronym, man.
I get it.
Yeah.
But Beyonce don't play with her name like that, man. You can't just be out here calling your energy plans Beyonce. But it's the bring your own clean energy plan.
Man.
Which I could get behind. Bring your own clean energy. Pay
Absolutely.
for the infrastructure that is not going to raise our citizens' energy bill.
Yes.
Or water bill.
Right.
Then.
Especially, I'm sorry, Ray, but
no, go ahead.
Especially when we're lacking resources. So when I say lacking resources, I mean SDC closed. There isn't as much funding for families who need the energy assistance, all of the above. And it's inflation overall. So if they continuously increase our bills, it's going to become even harder for us to survive, right? And that's something that we need. Granted, during the winter months, they have different types of plans if you need it. But ultimately, I see this being a complete disaster. Especially for families who are in the outer city, which is the inner city of Milwaukee, and they're already struggling. That's a problem. Then what happens is, what's next will be evictions. It's going to be a ripple effect. Can't move into a house if you messed up your name with We Energies.
Come on now.
They can't turn the bill on. They can't turn the lights on.
You know how we do. We just put it in the baby now. Baby be 1 year old. You be like, how you got $20,000 in We Energies bill?
We was what? 9 with Bell South Ameritech bills. Like, what's going on? What's really going on?
Bell South is funny as a fool. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Each blood pressure check, each clear answer, each caught it early moment is why we show up. From unexpected nights in the ER to therapy that helps you get your strength back, step by step. We stand ready, quietly preparing, focused, and guided by one promise: to be fully devoted to you. Ascension, Wisconsin. Advanced care. Devoted to you. For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityInvestments.com. Billionaire Mark Cuban is buying a minority stake in the soon-to-be Las Vegas Athletics through Harbinger Sports Partners, a firm he's general partner and president of. Rashawn Williams is founder and chief investment officer at Harbinger and a proud Morehouse College graduate. He spoke to Bloomberg about why Cuban and the group is interested in baseball in particular.
The Las Vegas A's, one of the most storied franchises in all of Major League Baseball. For us to have the opportunity to partner with the ownership group there in a market like Vegas, where you can see what happened with the Raiders, you can see exactly what happened with the Golden Knights. I mean, us as owners and operators, I mean, we have a unique advantage where we understand the value creation that's getting ready to happen moving from Oakland to Vegas. We're super excited about baseball, and the A's are our first investment.
Rashawn Williams on Bloomberg. Right now, the Athletics are still playing in California while their eventual home in Vegas gets built. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Miller on the Black Business Beat.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the Grapevine with your boy Ray Nitty holding it down with my homegirl, Jazz Tyler.
What's the word? What's the word?
Like something you freestyle to back in the
Don't
day.
it? Right now.
Oh, my daddy. Man, we talking about data, man. What's the data deal? All right. Jazz wanted to know about the Wisconsin Foxconn deal, right? And it was widely regarded as one of the most high-profile corporate subsidy sagas in modern U.S. history.
Mm-hmm.
Billed as a historic revival of American manufacturing. That's crazy, right? By a Taiwanese company doing American manufacturing. It went through severe downsizing and pivoting over the years. So the original promises in 2017, July, Taiwanese tech giant Foxconn, best known for assembling, guess what? iPhones.
Come on.
Announced a grand plan for Mount Pleasant in Racine County, Wisconsin. The vision, a massive 10 billion, 20 million square foot Wisconsin Valley campus to manufacture generation 10.5 liquid crystal display LCD TV panels. Job creation promises to create up to 13,000 blue-collar manufacturing jobs. The pitch, touted by President Donald Trump as the eighth wonder of the world, a heavily backed Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker and House Speaker Paul Ryan. Just remember these names. The subsidy package, state and local governments offered roughly $3 billion to $4 billion in tax incentives and infrastructure spending, including widening highways, utility expansions, and land acquisition through eminent domain. So they was taking people's homes.
And they refer to this as the eighth wonder of the world?
Well, Trump referred to it as, what did he refer? Touted it as the eighth wonder. Yeah, he did.
So baffled. Like, what?
Hey, man, he said to get the deal done, I guess. Wisconsin, you don't want the eighth wonder? Totally. Ooh. So, where we at with it? We are at the unraveling and revision. Almost immediately after groundbreaking in 2018, the initial vision began to crumble. Market shift. Foxconn quickly realized that manufacturing large TV glass in the U.S. was economically non-viable due to high labor costs and the lack of a localized supply chain. Well, that was quick for, American, the revival of American manufacturing. That ended in a year. It was like, we
Quick
just can't.
turnaround.
There's no reviving this in America, the Taiwanese said. I don't understand it. Failed targets. Year after year, Foxconn failed to hit the job and investment benchmarks required to claim the state tax credit.
LaRon said it was a bait and switch that Foxconn had pulled in other cities and states. Governors told Scott Walker not to do this deal with Foxconn. I do remember that in the headlines, and he did it anyways.
He did it anyway.
And if I'm not mistaken, they were originally in like downtown Milwaukee, right? Or is that where they moved to?
I felt like they had
on the outskirts first, and then they came down here.
Yeah, like once everything was going down, they like had a office downtown or something like that. But that was probably just like to show face or something. Like, yeah, let's put some money in Milwaukee too. But obviously, they didn't believe in the dream enough. Where it stands today. Well, hold on. Let's go back. Contract renegotiation. 2021, now, Democratic Governor Tony Evers renegotiated the state's agreement. Capital investment scaled back from $10 billion down to $672 million. Jobs scaled back from 13,000 to 1,400 jobs. Tax credits reduced from $2.8 billion down to $80 million, making credits strictly performance-based. Where it stands today. The site at Mount Pleasant has morphed into a generic industrial park dominated by data center development and AI hardware. Foxconn shift to AI hardware, while Foxconn built a few large structures on the site, including a distinctive globe-shaped dome and high-performance computing center. That's more data. It never opened an LCD factory. I remember people saying this was never about LCD factories. I remember people saying it was never about building glass screens. I remember that.
I remember he was pushing the whole data center coming here for jobs.
Yeah.
That was like the main. It had nothing else to do with nothing but
jobs.
But jobs.
And it was a good look because of jobs. But it was like, okay, who trained on these jobs?
Jobs for who? Please tell me.
Where these 14,000 humans coming from? Foxconn pivoted its operations in Racine toward AI data center hardware and server assembly. The company announced a $569 million expansion amid at expanding operations to supply AI server equipment, backed up to $96 million in tax incentives in exchange for target goals and creating 1,300 jobs.
So again, this goes back to it, the whole jobs, right? One, jobs for who? Because evidently it has nothing to do with us. So again, paying attention to whatever deals are currently being negotiated and comparing it to that. Because if that's something that they are leading with and they're going to push it through anyways, then if it's going to happen, whether we want it to or not, we need to be specific about what our demands are, right?
100%. 100%. Microsoft takes over the land. Here come Massa. Here come Massa. Old Bill Gates. The most significant activity on the former Foxconn property isn't actually being led by Foxconn, but by Microsoft. Microsoft purchased large parcels of land in Mount Pleasant originally designated for Foxconn. Microsoft is constructing a multi-billion-dollar AI data center campus on the site, creating thousands of, guess what, construction jobs and bringing substantial tax revenue to the region.
It sounds so good, don't it?
In the word of Lennox, in Belly. No, that wasn't Belly. That was Shatters. I want a piece of every blood clot thing. You sell a nickel bag of data, I want 10%.
A piece of that. LaRon said, remember, they were trying to negotiate with Foxconn to have buses to Racine or Kenosha so black people without driver's license could work there.
Yeah, I remember that. And that's what part of the high rail. Remember, we were supposed to do a high rail system that got folks from Milwaukee, I think, straight to Madison.
Yep, Kenosha.
If I'm not mistaken. Was supposed to hit them places.
Yep.
And guess who blocked that?
Walker.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So a summary of the impact, y'all. Y'all could use y'all Apple phones and check this out. Or Androids. Androids use data too. That's who you own. You know who own Android? Microsoft. I'm just saying. Metrics. The metrics was 2017 original deal / realized currency, realized current reality. So the primary output was supposed to generate 10.5 LCD TV screens.
Mm-hmm.
The actual current reality is AI servers and data centers.
Come on.
Capital investment. We're supposed to get $10 billion in capital investment. Actual reality, $717 million. Foxconn plus Microsoft investments. Jobs promised. Up to 13,000. What we get? 1,400. I wonder how many people from Milwaukee actually got some of them. Not even Milwaukee, from Wisconsin.
Got some of that.
Got some of them 1,400 jobs. Mm-hmm. Sales tax incentives, 2.85 billion, scaled down and strictly performance contingent. While local taxpayers were left absorbing heavy debt loads from initial land clearing, highway widening, and infrastructure improvements, the area has gradually transitioned into a regional tech and AI server corridor, driven largely by the Microsoft campus land scale rather than the original factory vision.
Yep.
I'm just saying. What up, cousin Jasmine? She said, I got off early. Yep.
Hey, Jazz.
She said about to cook and listen to y'all, cousins. That's right, cuz. Make sure you listen on the radio, cuz, because you don't want to use no data. You know, they might come get you. So don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back to the Grapevine on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Every day, Veolia and MMSD work together to ensure that Milwaukee's water system exceeds the high standard it's held to, protecting Lake Michigan and its rivers that run through our neighborhoods. That's 220 local employees who care about their jobs, running a system that's earned national recognition for excellent performance. But they don't do it alone. They're supported by locally owned small businesses, women-owned businesses, and minority-owned businesses. For 18 years, making our waterways cleaner all the time. Veolia, Milwaukee values, committed to its future.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org.
Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Grapevine on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of The Truth. Since 1927, they've been committed to helping families protect what matters most, with the right home and auto coverage built around your real life. Because when you've worked hard to build something, you want protection that works just as hard for you. That peace of mind means you're free to focus on your goals, your family, and the dreams you're chasing. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. What's happening, Madtown? Ever since I could remember, y'all been popping that data. We're talking about data centers, man. We're talking about ones that are already here. Foxconn. I think I might gotta go take a trip. I gotta go visit one of these centers, man. I gotta go visit one of these centers. Ironically enough, this was about 3 days ago. This just came across my Instagram. Mayor Brandon Johnson, this accent be trying hard to slip, enacts the strongest data center regulations in America, calls for temporary moratorium, similar to what folks has been asking for here, right? So what is this saying? Latest executive order strengthens protection against air and noise pollution, requires enhanced review of proposed data center developments, and launches a comprehensive effort to modernize Chicago's data center regulations. And I think that's fine. I think that's fair, man. We need regulations, but we got to have a real conversation and not leave out human consumption of things that drive data up and drive data usage up. A lot of people that was like super upset, and rightfully so, about data centers was arguing on Facebook, the place that you use data. We Netflix and chill, streaming, watching videos on YouTube, watching us right now on The Truth. We using data. I just want us to think about it, man. I just got a text message from the Jamaican brethren. Says he is the lead quality control manager for the company that's building these data centers in Kenosha. Boy, I mean, I love to have that conversation with you, brethren. Would love to know what that looks like, what is being done, what does your job looks like. We're going to set that up. We're going to set that one up because I think it's important. I think it's important. But we can't leave out the conversation about our human consumption and the everyday platforms that we use on a daily basis without even having any second thoughts about using it. If If you ordering on Amazon, if you ordering an Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Google, we are consuming data. Emails, sending pictures, sending videos. You making reels. I'm just saying, what does a healthy data center look like? What does a healthy data center look like? The tool already used everywhere, or elsewhere, I should say, a community benefit agreement. A community benefit agreement is a legally binding contract negotiated directly between a developer and the host community, securing enforceable commitments before construction even begins, not vague promises after the fact. We need a piece of the money. We need revenue share from these data centers. You ain't going to just make money off of our data and not give us a cut back now. And I got to give you tax breaks and in eminent domain to give you land and take people homes. And no, you got to kick in. You got to come check in. And that's how I feel we set our cities up for. Somebody said Lena's grocery store used to have vans that would take you home. No Ubers. Absolutely. I remember that. Now it's Apple Pay. Spark. Everything. AirDrop. I'm sorry, women. We take 10,000 pictures of y'all when we go out. For y'all to not like none of them. Be like, you're a terrible picture taker. But what we do, we just save it, upload it to the cloud. What does the healthy data center look like? The NAACP has already built a national CBA template specifically for data centers covering local hiring commitments, a path to 100% renewable/zero emission power by a fixed target year, and protections against wage theft. I don't even know what that means, protection against wage theft. But somebody's thinking about it. LaRon says, for me, the worst case scenario is to say no to an opportunity and it goes somewhere else and works, then yes, and it doesn't work. I remember when they was trying to bring the meat packing plant to not Midtown, but Century City. And they had that whole uproar about why we shouldn't bring this meat packing company. I think it was coming from Kenosha to Century City. And that was supposed to bring all these jobs. And you know who was promoting it? People that don't look like the neighborhood. Who was promoting not bringing it here or protesting it? People that don't look like the neighborhood. And now, this was what, 10 years ago? Khalif Rainey was the alder at that time. They made so much noise that them jobs never came. And Century City is still vacant. I know they packing beer in there or something. I don't know how many jobs in there. but it's still empty. So I'm just saying, y'all, as we get ready to wrap this up for today, right? Yes, we have to hold corporations, companies, establishments accountable for making sure they are healthy partners in our community. And if we really, really, really care about data centers and the different harms that it could bring, then we have to equally care about our consumption of the things that we consume that drive data usage up. There is a ton of things locally right now, environmental justice, that we could be equally as loud about, communities that need your support, need your help, need your voice. Come on in, outsiders. Master Lock is open for business. Well, they closed now. But it's tons of toxins in the community over there on 32nd and Center Street. And we've been quiet about it. I feel like I've been the only one saying something. Next week, we're going to do the Master Lock story. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. I'm going to give y'all the CWC Master Lock story. How we had to evict over 56 families in the middle of the winter because of TCE toxins in the soil that was left by Master Lock and Briggs and Stratton. And then Master Lock was just allowed to shut down and move on quietly. Don't go anywhere, y'all. Tap In is next with Jazz Tyler. I know she's going to bring a lot of energy for y'all. I had a good time. Enjoy y'all weekend. It's your boy Ray Nitty. See y'all next week. Don't go anywhere.
You stupid. I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes